Terra Classic LUNC up 55% and USDC up 237%. The price of Terra's original native tokens, LUNC and USDC, is rallying this morning at $0.000092 and $0.035 respectively in a high-volume trading session that has seen nearly $427.9 million worth of LUNC exchanging hands in the past 24 hours. No project-specific developments appear to be driving this morning's uptick, but some strong buying is definitely occurring as indicated by today's 57% rise in LUNC and 253% increase in the price of USDC. Both LUNC and USDC are considered dead tokens by most of the crypto community as the underlying network, the original Terra blockchain, is no longer being used by developers to power decentralized apps, dApps, and other similar protocols. However, that has not discouraged speculators from engaging in operations with the two tokens. Many investors who lost money with Terra's original tokens have been advocating for a massive voluntary burn that can shrink the circulating supply of LUNC to more manageable levels. This initiative has not gained traction as indicated by the relatively small volumes of LUNC that have been sent to the token's burn address provided by the founder of Terraform Labs, Do Kwon. According to data from BitQuery, only 434 million LUNC tokens have been sent to this address in June. This number accounts for less than 0.1% of the asset's total circulating supply, which currently stands at around 6.55 trillion. Prior to today's uptick, data from CoinMarketCap shows that trading volumes have been doubling every day since moving from around $50 million on June 26 to $143 million yesterday and $430 million as of this morning. The token's low liquidity makes it a target for deep-pocketed speculators who many use their resources to pump the price so they can create enough exit liquidity to produce some short-term gains. In the absence of material events that justify today's uptick, this is most likely what is known as a dead cat bounce or a bull trap. The international group of hackers known as Anonymous recently released a video in which they vowed to uncover Do Kwon's illegal actions that led to the collapse of Terra and to billions of dollars in losses for crypto investors. In the YouTube video, the group claims that there is significant evidence that Do Kwon had bad intentions from the start. There were mentions of recent rumors about the founder of the controversial project reportedly cashing out on $80 million per month, claims that Kwon has categorically denied. The video posted by Anonymous did not share any new information about Kwon or his involvement in these alleged mischiefs, but it did warn that the group was looking into Do Kwon's entire history since he entered the crypto space. Two prominent regulatory agencies in the United States and South Korea are actively investigating the events that led to the collapse of the original Terra ecosystem to determine if Do Kwon and other people involved in the project should be held accountable for what happened. In the U.S., the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, is looking into the possibility that there was a violation of the country's securities law as a result of the offering of unregistered securities to the public, in this case, UST. Meanwhile, in the Asian country, a task force known as the Financial and Securities Crime Joint Investigation Team has been assembled to determine if Kwon, its company, and the now inactive Luna Foundation Guard, LFG, should be held liable for the billions of dollars lost as a result of the project's collapse. Last week, a travel ban was put in place against former employees of Terraform Labs until the investigation is concluded. Terraform Labs co-founder Do Kwon, whose cryptocurrency ecosystem collapsed in a $40 billion wipeout in May, told the Wall Street Journal that he lost almost all his net worth in the crash. "This doesn't bother me," he said in the interview. "I live a fairly frugal life." Mr. Kwon told the newspaper he was probably a billionaire when the Luna token that Terraform Labs backed was trading near $100. That coin is now trading at close to zero. Investigators in South Korea and the US are now looking into the circumstances around the unraveling of Terra USD, the stablecoin Mr. Kwon championed that crumbled from its dollar peg last month. The event wiped out the savings of thousands of investors globally and set off a wider implosion in cryptocurrencies. South Korea this week barred some current and former Terraform Labs employees from leaving the country, as prosecutors step up their investigation into Terra USD. Prosecutors are also looking to invalidate Mr. Kwon's South Korean passport, according to local media. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is also investigating whether the marketing of Terra USD before it crashed breached federal investor protection regulations. Terraform Labs told the Wall Street Journal it would not comment on any active investigations. In an attempted comeback, Mr. Kwon unveiled a new Luna coin last month that was distributed for free to holders of the original token. The new one, called Luna 2.0, has slumped to $1.97, from a high of $18.87, according to CoinGecko. Sam Bankman-Fried, the cryptocurrency billionaire who co-founded digital asset exchange FTX Trading, is providing credit lines to try to stem contagions for his beleaguered industry. Cryptocurrency lending platform BlockFi, which had been raising funds at a reduced valuation, said that it secured a $250 million revolving line of credit from FTX. Last week, cryptocurrency exchange Voyager Digital, whose shares are down 90% this year on the Toronto Stock Exchange, received a $200 million credit line, a mix of cash and USDC stablecoins, as well as a separate, 15,000 Bitcoin revolving credit line from Alameda Research, Mr. Bankman-Fried's trading company. A wave of liquidation has triggered fear of contagion risks in the cryptocurrency industry, after a broad-based sell-off in digital assets and the spectacular collapse of the Terra USD and Luna tokens. Major lenders Celsius and Babel Finance have frozen withdrawals, while cryptocurrency hedge fund Three Arrows Capital is facing liquidity troubles. Sam Bankman-Fried is the new John Pierpont Morgan. He is bailing out cryptocurrency markets the way the original J.P. Morgan did after the crisis of 1907, Anthony Scaramucci, founder of Skybridge Capital, said, referring to that year's banking panic, which led to the creation of the Federal Reserve System. Mr. Scaramucci said he had invested alongside Mr. Bankman-Fried, who has a net worth of $8.96 billion, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, in several cryptocurrency ventures. Hacktivist group Anonymous sets sights on Do Kwon after Luna meltdown. Anonymous intends to investigate Kwon's history since he entered the crypto industry and believes that there are several other crimes that he might have committed. Hacktivist group Anonymous said it will ensure that Terra founder Do Kwon is brought to justice in a newly released YouTube video. Anonymous listed all of Do Kwon's alleged crimes, including taking $80 million monthly from the Terra ecosystem and his role in the crash of Basis Coin, another algorithmic stablecoin allegedly created by Kwon under the pseudonym Rick Sanchez. The group intends to investigate Kwon's history since he entered the crypto industry and believes that there are several other crimes that he might have committed. Additionally, the group criticized Kwon for acting like Terra was too big to fail and for trolling critics and competitors. Kwon and his company, Terraform Labs, are already facing multiple investigations in South Korea and the US. If Anonymous makes good on its promise, it could provide more firepower for investigators and investors hurt by the crash. Anonymous is one of the most popular cyber vigilante groups in the world. The decentralized group started in 2003 and has taken responsibility for several cyber attacks against government institutions and private corporations. Terra-linked tokens on green rampage. Terra-linked tokens have been performing well in the last 24 hours, according to CryptoSlate data. The new Luna token is trading at $2.60 after a 9.7% rise in the previous 24 hours. Similarly, Luna Classic has seen a 26.4% rise in value within the same period and trades at $0.000075. Also, Terra Classic USD has risen by over 40% in the last 24 hours, and it is currently trading $4.0.0157927. These positive performances are surprising given that the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap have experienced an average drop of 1% in their value over the same 24 hours. With that, we've come to the end of the video. Kindly subscribe and click on the bell icon for more interesting daily cryptocurrency predictions. If you find this video helpful and interesting, kindly consider liking and sharing our videos with your friend. If you have any questions or contribution, kindly drop them on the comment section below. Disclaimer. Please keep in mind that this isn't financial advice. We take no responsibility for any loss or damage caused by your actions or inactions as a result of watching any of our videos. You acknowledge that you use the information we provide at your own risk. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.